Des. I'm gonna turn up because I'm an ally.
Turn up.
Because I'm gonna turn up Yulia because I'm a hero to all women.
Yes. Hero to the women.
to the women, all of them actually.
All of them.
Yeah, I did it. I'm the only good one. I'm taken. Oh no, I'm terrible. I'm wearing pajama pants right now.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm wearing something like that. It's not pajama pants, but
this is the quarter Späti. We wear pajama pants.
Yeah.
You don't think we don't wear pajama pants.
I went here directly after my nap.
We've all woken up for a nap. We're all fairly sleepy.
Yeah,
and we're here.
True.
We're here to talk about stuff. I'm trying to think of any fun things I saw recently. And
fun.
Not really, no, because like it's just been a lot of like awful shit lately in the news.
I think we say that always.
It's true, yeah. I've never really considered the profound mental effects of doing this podcast would have on me. The only fun thing that we haven't talked about in the podcast that has happened, and I believe you've also seen, is that our boy Jeremy Fragrance has gotten a sponsorship
Yes, a bread sponsorship
with Aldi Nord.
Yeah,
the inferior Aldi.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. You've experienced both.
Yes. Aldi Süd is better.
Yeah. I went to.
This is like the Reformation, you know.
Well, they literally divided Europe. You've seen the map, like So okay,
Reformation light.
Yeah.
Aldi Süd, Aldi Nord.
I was going to say Aldi Süd is Catholicism.
Oh, that's totally Catholicism.
Yeah, because it's also the Aldi in Ireland.
No, totally. And Aldi Nord, I mean Nordost, Northeast. It's the part where we have all the
Protestants,
all the me.
Yeah, so I've been to one. So Aldi Süd is the default Aldi in Ireland. They just call it Aldi, but it has the same branding. And then, literally, it took like me and my wife a while. It was like, oh, that's why the branding for Aldi here is different when we moved to Berlin.
Yeah.
And then I went on like a work trip to Cologne, and like right beside the offices there's just an Aldi Süd. And I went in, and there's a giant wall that was a bread vending machine.
Oh my god!
And you just press a button and bread.
Oh my god! Aldi does not have that.
No, it does not. Aldi Nord does not have that.
God.
Aldi Süd has the bread vending machine.
Wow.
And I was just like, the future is now. And it takes a while for the bread to come out. So I didn't realize that I had pressed the croissant button like 3 times.
Oh, so you got 3 croissants.
There's 3 croissants came out. I was like, and there was a lady beside me who was like, I'll pay for all of them. I'm sorry, old Kölnische lady or whatever.
Oh my God.
Kölsch lady? Is she a Kölsch lady or is that just the beer?
She's probably a Kölsch lady. Yeah,
Kölsch lady. Okay, right. I just didn't know you used that word for people as well.
Well, I do.
Kölsch is, if you had Kölsch, like
yes, it tastes like water.
It's dangerous for that exact reason.
Yeah.
Because I've been at occasions where I've had like 6 of them just in like while standing in like one like
the tiny ones, you know, they bring them in the tiny glasses.
They come in the tiny glasses.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, this is just a sip of water.
Yeah,
like,
and then you just
beer.
like move for the first time in half an hour. You're like, oh no, hang on.
I think that's a goal. You just sit in those little like Rheinische bars and shit like that, and then you get a bunch of Kölsch in tiny glasses, and then it's 10.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the food is tiny, therefore it's like it's healthy. I was like just like mash down bags of crisps.
Exactly.
This is good for me. Yeah, you don't realize you just get absolutely shit-faced off them so quickly.
I'm so glad we're talking about that now, because on Monday is Rosenmontag.
Oh.
Carnival.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great, because then like the other half of my workforce is just not going to be in.
Nice.
Yeah.
The Kölsch part.
Yeah. So I'll just be like, yeah, I'm totally working.
Yeah.
We're really working over here. Well, they're all shit-faced and Catholic over there. I'm not making any excuse for them.
You can say you need a holiday because you're Catholic too.
Yeah, I need to celebrate Carnival, a thing Irish people do not celebrate.
Today they revealed the wagons. What's it called?
Is this a reveal?
The floats. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, there will be one where Putin is kissing the devil. Like,
oh, okay.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah.
Sure.
I hope they have not a racist one this year.
Oh, that's
all. You never know.
We're all crossing our fingers that the Carnival floats this year aren't racist. That one we just described might be considered slightly homophobic.
True. Yeah, they always do that.
They always do that. Like, it's such a...
Especially with Putin.
It's such a lib thing, yeah.
They make him gay, and then they say, haha, you're gay.
Yeah. Homophobia is not acceptable unless we can direct it at our geopolitical interests.
Exactly.
It's only funny... Gay is being funny only when you are Putin, whoever's in charge of Iran.
You see? Oh, Khomeini.
Yeah.
Trump,
yes, Trump and Putin
and
kissing.
Putin, yeah.
Yeah, that was someone's...
That's a favorite.
That was a big hit on the old Pornhub search.
Trump
just Trump.
Oh God! Oh no! The images.
Trump Putin stepbrother porn.
Trump gets stuck in the washing machine.
All the women who get stuck in the washing machine in those porns are like dead thin. They should not be getting stuck in washing machines. I don't know how it's happening.
How do you get stuck in a washing machine? Why do you first of all crawl in there?
Yeah, what's back there?
Even if you want to clean it, just use your arm. Yeah. It's long enough.
Do you remember those like Twitter posts that were happening a while ago of just like, oh man, dryers in Europe don't work. All my jeans are wet and like everything in Europe's so expensive. Just like this period of like Americans posting about how Europe was so shit or something.
Yeah.
I was just like waiting for the washing machines in Europe are too small. Like, my hot wife / stepmom can't get stuck.
Let's get stuck in there.
Not Putin. Trump definitely has the figure that I would believe would get stuck in the washing machine.
Yes,
yeah.
I believe so too.
If I ever believed he ever looked in one once, I don't think he's
probably not.
Hey, welcome to your weekly Corner Späti. It is the Kickass coalition of myself, Kieran, joined by Julia.
Hello.
Yeah.
I love this name.
Yeah, the Kickass coalition.
We're the cool ones.
The last time we were together, we talked about Afghanistan.
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
That was kick-ass.
Oh, God.
The ass was America, and the kicking was done by...
Yes. By the Taliban.
Did you see that Vice article that was like... all the fighters for the Taliban, they're all being interviewed now that they all have like office jobs in Kabul.
Seriously?
Yeah, and they're all like really depressed because it was like...
It's like, damn, I love fighting in the field.
Yeah, they were like...
Now I have a boring office job.
My life had so much more meaning when I was...
There's like cops being like ordered to do paperwork.
Yeah. You're on desk duty.
Oh my God.
They're all so sad. They was like, I want to go back to fighting the Americans. And living off like,
oh my God,
beans I would find.
Those were the adventurous times.
From the bean tree. I don't know what foraging is. Especially don't know it in like rural Afghanistan.
No, me neither.
All I know about Afghanistan agriculturally is poppies, and I don't think you can eat those.
You can make poppy pie.
Poppy pie?
Yeah, cake. No.
Is that
not
just like opioids? I've made opioid pie.
I know that when you have a medical trial, you're not allowed to eat grandmother's poppy pie before because it shows up as you doing heroin.
Because they're going to give you your own opioid.
Yeah. Exactly.
Don't worry, we've made our own opioid.
You don't need grandmother's poppy pie.
That was literally a 30 Rock joke of like, now you're going into a surgery, so I hope you haven't eaten anything because I prepared you a big meal.
Oh,
I made you a big dinner. All right. So we've got some news. And as I want to do when it's Julia on the pod, and just me and Julia, it is going to be a lot of Eastern European bullshit. And the first thing I'm going to ask Yulia is, who will police the police? Who will do it? Because Albania has an answer.
Yes, the best answer.
The best answer we could possibly hope for. In a news story that was, I found, frankly, I was just impressed. So, all right. I'm going to read from this article here. Albania's police are continuing an operation to find and dismantle surveillance cameras illegally erected in cities by criminal gangs and groups to collect information and monitor police movements. That is a lot of effort.
I find that very impressive, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, they literally show a photo of, like, what to me kind of looks like normal surveillance state bullshit of, like, there's a pole, it's got 2 security cameras on it. But then you might think of, like, wait, why is there 2? And there's the real one that's owned by whatever Albanian Costco or whatever.
You put your own one.
You put your own
it's
one.
like a camera tagging war.
Yeah.
It's like
Actually,
it's like Hertha against Union Berlin. It's like, damn, we saw a cop camera. There's
yeah. You're in the parking lot of, like, Neptune electronics store that Albanian rich guy owns, and you're like, well, I wonder which one of these 2 security cameras are owned by actually the Neptune store, and the other one, which one is owned by the Albanian Mafia. Surprise answer, they're owned by 2 rival factions of the Albanian Mafia.
Oh my god, I think that would be a great idea for the UK.
Yeah. Just
everyone gets their own CCTV.
Everyone, yeah, because there's so much CCTV in the UK, you could totally get away with it.
Yeah, exactly, nobody would notice.
Yeah. The Albanian Mafia also invests in that, like, weird silent alarm thing that annoys teenagers.
Oh, yeah, I know which ones.
I'm looking at you. That's that thing that,
you
like...
need that for cops.
You need that for cops.
They need to, like, invest in scientific research to find something that can only be heard by
the
cops.
Frequency only cops can hear. When you become a cop, you unlock a new hertz. You can hear
I love this idea. They're aiming higher.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know why other mafias are not doing it.
Yeah. Like, it's such... The Mafia has laid down infrastructure. This is like... The Mafia has done this with the gusto that, like, Germany should do in building, like, fiber optic cables for the internet.
Yes.
This probably has better speeds than my internet at home.
Probably.
There's, like, some Albanian guy watching me at higher resolution that I can get my Netflix to run at. So far the police have found 59 cameras in the northern city of Shkodra. Oh my god, Albanian's a weird language. Shkodra. That's what I'm saying. There's also apparently a thing in Montenegro in 2016. The police found, like, 21 illegal CCTV cameras erected.
Oh, so by the Albanian mafia?
That would be a flex.
That would be, yeah. They're, like, all across the Balkans. Yeah. Best organized mafia.
Absolutely. Oh, I mean, I'm reading about when they got introduced in the in the USA.
Yeah. The Albanian mafia.
The Albanian mafia. Yeah. Not the cameras, but it was just like, so there was the Italian mafia, and then they were an asset to the CIA. But then the CIA got way more interested in the Albanian mafia because they could do
it's leaving you for the Albanian mafia.
I'm dumping your ass with this dummy thick pop star list.
I mean, yes.
And the CIA kind of loved them for 2 reasons. Of, like, one, they could do all the drug money laundering stuff that they were doing with the Italian mafia. 2, the anti-communism thing, because they need the Italian mafia for making the landing in the end of World War II into Sicily and stuff, but they don't need them anymore. And now we have the Albanian mafia, and they might help us destable Hoxha or whatever. And then the third reason is they didn't fuck around at all. The Italian mafia in the United States were fucking shocked by what they called the Muslim mafia.
Oh no,
that's what you would call them.
Mafias are Catholic. True mafia is Catholic.
Hey, Joan, do they even believe in transubstantiation? I'm like, I want to sit down for this. And a whole other bunch of stuff. But yeah, no, they would just like decapitate people in the middle of the street in the 70s in New York. They were just like, yeah, they were like, the CIA was like, cool. You got rid of that guy. Thanks.
Nice. Yeah, I do remember some American Albanian mafia movies.
Yeah.
Like something is, I don't remember their names, but it's always a very sketchy looking guy without hair who's a Albanian, at least in that movie.
Yeah.
And of course an Eastern European accent.
Yeah, because we can't distinguish between
exactly. They're all Serbian.
They're all
Russian, Polish. Nobody's actually Albanian.
Where's Albania? Yeah, somewhere in Russia.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think they're Buddhist there or something. The Buddhist mafia.
Nice.
All right, so going into something that is more of a bummer.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Turkey.
Yeah. Turkey, Syria.
Yeah, Turkey and Syria. That's a fair point. But I think we're going to talk.
Yeah, we're not talking about.
Yeah, mostly about Turkey at the end of this. But
yeah.
For people who somehow don't know, there was a massive earthquake that stretched across southern, eastern Turkey and all the way into Syria, and huge amounts of damage done. Aid coming in from all over the world, as well as aid workers coming in from all over the world. Huge, just awful tragedy.
More than 40,000 people dead by now.
And that number is probably...
Yeah, it's definitely higher than that,
Yeah. And I guess the thing that we kind of want to focus on, because you probably heard a lot of the other stuff, and there's been some really nice and somewhat heartwarming tales about for example, the Armenians have sent aid, and that's actually the first time they've sent anyone into Turkey, and Armenia is actually
the first time that the border is open for this kind of border crossing again.
And I believe the Armenian government is actually using it as an opportunity to for diplomacy with Turkey and stuff. Similarly, the Greeks have also been helping out quite a bit.
Definitely.
Also, side tangent, slightly funny, I guess. A lot of weird crypto scams have started appearing around
Seriously?
this. Yeah.
Oh, damn. Grifters kind of making money with the aid.
Claiming
stuff.
that it's donations to...
Oh, God.
Yeah. Even Madonna shared...
Oh, no. She shared
the
pictures. Oh, no.
So,
it's send me all of your bitcoins. I'm going to send it to Turkey.
She sent this picture... She shared this picture on her Instagram, I guess, unknowing, and probably not her, probably an intern that works for her or something.
Yeah.
But this is the future of technology, and I guess now that I've seen this is what this particular technology has been used for, I'm like, what else could it have ever been used for?
Yeah.
A lot of these particularly aimed at older Greek people, kind of scams of donate.
Older Greek people?
Older Greek people.
Oh no! Papoose and yayas.
All being conned out of the €6 the ECB has decided to leave to Greek people.
No.
But yeah, they're being conned out of their money by saying it's going to be donated and stuff like that. And what they're using is AI generated art and photos.
Oh no.
And that's what Madonna shared. She shared a AI generated photo of a Greek aid worker
with 6 fingers on one hand.
With 6 fingers on one hand, legitimately, yes. Holding a young Turkish baby girl.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Using this
pulling
kind
the
of moment
heartstrings.
of humanity of putting aside that Greeks and Turks hate each other.
Yes. And
oh no.
Stuff like that is happening. There was genuine heartbreaking footage of these Greek aid workers rescuing, spending hours rescuing a 6-year-old girl.
Yeah.
And after they finally done it, they just broke down and started crying. After they cleared her out. And stuff like that is happening, but not in the like insanely beautiful photo op way that these people are
with
like
the 6 fingers,
with 6 fingers,
the disfigured faces, the demonic background.
I love it. Yeah, like it's like the first generation of those AI images where things like really
oh my god, it looks like a Cronenberg movie.
like old Greek mom was like, yeah,
this looks legit.
That's what Turks look like.
Oh god.
But they don't deserve to die, so I'm going to send them money.
God.
I'm going to send them the 2 Bitcoin I have for some reason as an elderly Greek one.
That's why, yeah. No, but yeah. Oh god.
Yeah, so that's been like, there's been a proliferation in those like scams, and various governments are trying to do stuff about it.
Yeah.
But wider context that we kind of want to talk about is Turkey.
Yeah, how are they handling it?
Yeah. Not great.
Yeah.
So my understanding at the moment is that if you switched on a news channel in Turkey, you would get a lot of stories kind of like what I was talking about, of just like feel good stuff, aid workers.
Yeah, like the baby that was born in the debris and stuff like that. There was a little kitty.
Yeah?
Yeah, someone rescued a little kitty. It was a very cute baby kitty.
Oh yeah, arrested.
Rescued. A rescue worker was digging a kitty out of.
Everyone has gone too far. He's arrested this
tiny kitty. Oh god,
this tiny Kurdish cat.
Yeah, no, don't do it in Diyarbakir or some shit like that. Oh no, but yeah, there were like nice, very nice stories of whole families, being rescued, or King of the Balkans smoking a cigarette while he was like, I don't know if it was Syria or Turkey, but was like he was like. Yeah, when he was rescued, he had a cigarette in his head. This old man, he's now king of the Balkans.
Yep. We have found him. It's like when you were like Arthur pulling the sword from the stone.
Yeah, this is how it works. I didn't make the rules.
Yeah.
But yeah,
another positive effect, actually closer to home, is we're, especially in my neighborhood, seeing a lot of like Turkish and Syrian solidarity, like murals and marches and things like that.
Nice. Yeah.
Between, as far as I understand, 2 communities that do not get on too well in this city necessarily. But
people actually coming together, and like there's a lot of like fundraising for like also like goods, something like clothes, because it's fucking freezing right now there as well. It's cold, nobody has a home.
Right? For people who aren't aware of this, but I have some friends who went to Ankara around this time of year, and like it's snowing. It's because it's just, I think everyone has this conception that Turkey is just like really warm and stuff because it's that far south, but like it's also
the desert gets cold.
It's really mountainous.
Yeah,
as well,
exactly.
So
in the mountain and desert areas, especially in the like southeast and everything, like it can get very cold.
It's like the desert thing where like at nighttime it's like fucking
exactly.
freezing.
Yeah. The horrible thing is, how's Turkey doing with like there's a lot of criticism when it comes to how fast they responded, and especially because it's this region of Turkey. So the thing is, this region of Turkey, especially is places like Diyarbakir, has a huge Kurdish population.
Sure.
Yeah, and Turkey is not known to be treating them too well.
Famously so.
So. We've talked about it several times on the pod.
Yeah.
This is the region that is bordering also like regions like Rojava and like the northern Syria, places where Kurdish people are living and try to build something.
Yeah,
and
you also have, like, as far as I understand, you also have, like, Arab minorities there as well.
Yeah, you have Arab minorities as well.
The
exactly.
Turkish state is also not super keen on them either.
Yeah.
So
you have Yazidi people there too.
Oh, shit, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So the other kind of grotesque thing about this, but every country would probably do the exact same thing, is this is an election year in Turkey. And therefore, everything about this, for better or for worse, is been like politicized, is being kind of weaponized. The Turkish media on the television and the newspapers that are friendly to AKP and Erdogan are obviously doing these stories, like I said, about human interest.
TRT is big on that right now.
Yeah.
They're like, there's a lot of nice little... There was a big fundraiser or something where like 6 TV channels raised like 3 million, hopefully not lira.
Because that's useless.
That's 30 euros.
I like the idea of, like a Turkish telethon fundraiser thing, just be like, all right, the goal to that is $3 million US dollars, because like, come on, like, who are we kidding here? Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so but they did raise. Yeah, but they talk about that. How great like Turkey is like doing in first aid response and everything.
Yeah. And a lot of those things are like real. Like,
yeah, of course. I'm not saying like people don't care about it.
They're not lying, but they're also not telling you the whole fucking story. Yeah,
exactly. So like Erdogan went to the crisis area like and had this like whole like little presser where he placed a few like kids like dirty with like dust and everything in front. Yeah, I mean it is, as you said, like this is a campaign as well for him. And so who actually was like very, because they're also the local party there is the HDP, the pro-Kurdish party, who is of course like for everyone, and they're not like only like a Kurdish minority party.
Kurdish supremacists.
Exactly, they're not Kurdish supremacists. It's for everyone who wants to have like a democracy down there. And and they've been very like putting a lot of effort in raising funds, collecting goods, especially like also from the people around them, because there is not much like as I said, they criticize there's not enough aid coming in from Turkey, especially also in the parts that are bordering Syria and the Syrian parts. There was difficulties with the sanctions and everything, like sending aid and funds to Syria. There are like some areas that are very like hard to reach right now, etc. And so they have their little they have like crisis coordination centers there. They responded quickly, like especially like on the ground with a lot of local groups together. And now there are a lot of news about the Turkish army coming in and removing the HDP or any kind of like Kurdish volunteers or volunteers that are affiliated with the HDP and with this crisis coordination, removing them and taking over.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was also, I believe, initially when the earthquakes happened, there was also reports that like aid and money was going more towards AKP governed areas.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
HDP areas before, I guess they were couped, were like not receiving aid or money to begin with, which Turkey has done that with other things, investment projects and stuff like that, not necessarily just crisis response. There's an institution in Turkey that is meant to be kind of in charge of regulations, like particularly it does other things, but it's meant to be in charge of also earthquake proofing.
No.
AFAD is the acronym, but it's
earthquake proofing. Okay, I thought you meant the response one. The IS.
The person, the institution that's meant to be like, here's how we make your like airport or train station, whatever, like earthquake proof as best as possible. Yeah. Like the kind of stuff that like Japan has invested a lot of money into doing and stuff. So the headquarters of that building collapsed in the earthquake. That's not a particularly great omen. There's been a lot of criticism in like independent media and like exile media that exists in Turkey, like obviously not the TYT kind of stuff that we're talking about like this kind of proves this institution's kind of corrupt. Like none of these buildings were earthquake proof. Like not even necessarily expecting it for like everyone's homes or like every building, but not even like crucial infrastructure like hospitals, train stations, airports, things like that have not been earthquake proofed. And some stories I haven't been keeping up with too much, but like the people kind of like put into positions in that institution were kind of just like friends to the party, kind of like AKP, classic kind of corruption stuff. And then you also get into this other huge issue with Turkey, which I am not entirely sure how to pronounce this, like a lot of Turkish words. Maybe Yulia can help me.
Depends. Gecekundu.
Gecekundu, the C is a ch, is it? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. If there's no other thingy on there,
No. I'm you're confused by the diacritics in Turkish. I'm on a far more basic level where just the letters. Okay, but Gecekundu is basically the directly translates as built overnight, and this is like your Turkish version of like favelas or like shanty towns and stuff like that, where like these very flimsy structures where Turkey kind of houses its poor, and obviously that affects ethnic minorities more. And they're all over the country, especially this part away from like Ankara, Istanbul, Izmir, and places like that.
Yeah.
And obviously, earthquake hits, they fall like house of cards, because these are things that like people just kind of built themselves. So it's just like a problem of poverty being compounded, and media just kind of silencing the opposition critiques of like, this isn't like a freak occurrence. Yeah. Turkey is in an earthquake region. Like, this is a really bad earthquake, don't get me wrong, but like, it's like California, it's like Japan. It's not a freak occurrence. We should be better prepared for this. And as far as I understand, AKP friendly media is just like not.
Nope.
Not hearing. No. Literally, I heard the government line is literally like, there was no preparing for a catastrophe.
That's why, because I heard like scientists warned about like a mega like earthquake happening.
Like coming
to Turkey. Like they expected it like for a while. You can of course never. It's hard to predict these things. It's very hard with earthquakes. But apparently that was something that was expected for a while now. Right. To happen. So that's
fun.
That is great fun. Definitely. And I also like, I don't know, I heard like on the Syrian side, like, and now like, I mean, there are people like that are still under, the debris, or that were in the beginning, like, in the early days, probably early days like last week, were still alive, and there were like reports of bombings in that area and shit like that by the Turkish army, like from locals. There were reports of people trying to go to, like, there was this youth group of young men trying to go to another city and help, with like recovering people from, and saving them. That were like beaten up and sent back or some shit like that. There's like some weird, there's a lot of like, that's media on the ground. There's people, that's eyewitnesses telling these stories, it's not necessarily something that is big time reported on in the media, So, but it's like from local groups on the ground that are reporting these kind of incidents. So,
of course,
yeah. And the AKP using this moment also, of course, because it looks bad for them if the HDP is quicker with response. With crisis response. I mean, these are areas in general that are like where there is a big part of the population voting for the HDP. It's the areas where a lot of the officials were removed, even though they were democratically elected. Of
course.
Yeah, and were removed in this whole like crackdown on the HDP, all under the...
That was ages ago, wasn't it? Yeah.
Exactly, all under the accusation of being, all like part of the PKK.
Or being a part of that, what was it, the coup that happened?
Exactly, that was as well, and even like after that, when they won in a landslide these areas, like all the mayors were removed and replaced with AKP friendly officials. So
it sucked. It's fucked down there.
Yes.
And I don't know. Like I'm really interested in how this affects the election, because I guess both AKP and AKP opposition are trying to spin this, like AKP is trying to go for this whole like Bush being re-elected after 9/11 kind of thing of like I
add on my Lord and Savior.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Erdogan just comes out with a wild new take of like, the Christian God spoke to me, and we have to invade Iraq. It's like, also I'm Christian.
Like, okay, this took a turn.
But like, yeah, he's like, guy, like you can't all elect me now. Like I'm going through crisis, whatever. We need you same hands at the steering wheel, blah blah blah.
Yeah, and I mean, people are known for like during crisis to elect,
Status quo.
Yeah, the status quo because of. Not to evoke more instability, I guess.
Yeah. And we saw that during the pandemic in particular. All the elections just kept coming back with like, well, the government's in charge again.
Oops, okay.
But then then we have the opposition also kind of like trying to go on the offensive on saying like, this natural disaster has been made worse by like the corruption that's been at the AFAD, the kind of like poverty that you've enshrined in like these regions, and like lack of preparedness and lack of investment, etc. Well, I'm coughing.
Oh, welcome.
Oh, god damn it. Oh, we're all dying. We're dying over here.
And my flatmate is coughing, so.
Oh, that's great. Fuck yeah.
We're just sharing here.
We are just
sharing. Is caring.
And moving away from Central Ottoman Empire to its furthest northern reach, Moldova. Woo, I think. Still can't get over years ago, speaking of Erdogan, that time he met with the Prime Minister of Moldova, who was not the current one, not the one who just left, but the one before that, and like he just fell asleep in the meeting.
Yeah, wow. Yeah. Probably said very interesting shit.
I mean, a lot of people were like, Erdogan's old. Erdogan's very old.
I'm tired.
He's very tired. Okay. Moldova. Some Moldovan shit. First off, just getting it out there, we now know the population of Moldova. You thought you knew it before. Lies. You didn't. The population is, officially, according to the census, 2.6 million. What were the estimates saying it was? 2.6 million. But we now know for certain it's 2.6 million. And this is just such a... I found this news story and I was like, what? Moldova doesn't share its census? What? Moldova doesn't conduct a census?
Nope. Nobody needs to know how many people are in this country.
Nobody needs to know how many people have left. It's basically... no one needs to know how shit we're doing.
The Moldovan exodus.
Yeah. Like, literally, this confirms that, like, since, I think, 2000 or 1999 or something like that, like, 1 million people have left. Which is a lot when your population was at that point 3.6 million.
Yes.
Like a third of the population.
Oh my god.
To primarily Romania and Italy and things like that. All right. Other stuff. In a wider discussion, Yulia, let's talk about the balloons.
The balloons. The balloons. Nena.
We're all fucking... Yeah, Nena.
Nena's prophecy finally came true.
It finally happened. 1990.
1990...
99, sorry.
Was it 1999?
Oh, no, it was like... No, because it was during the...
I felt that was... Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, not 99. No, let's say 89.
Yeah, 89. She brought down the wall.
Yeah, Nena teared down this wall.
All the East Germans bang on the walls like, that's such a banger. Let us in. Let us in. I want to dance to Nena.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's really weird. Like, the other thing I found out recently, it was the Brits that got that song translated.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
the Americans know the German version.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're listening to our version.
They're listening to the German version because they're like...
They all secretly speak German.
They all secretly speak... I know, I think the joke is like, that's the only German they know. Like, I've heard from like...
No, I can't do an American accent.
If you're a German who goes to America, they'll just start singing 99.
Yeah, true. Yeah. I've seen that.
That's happened to me.
Yes.
Oh, you're German. Hitler 99
Yeah, exactly. That's the two things that you need to know about Germany.
I couldn't tell you what happened in between those 2 points. But yeah, because I was thinking of the translation. I was like,
Yep.
because naturally being from Ireland, I only ever heard the translated version because the Brits made us listen to it, I guess. And that was a part of the oppression. You can't.
You're not allowed to listen to the original.
You're not allowed to listen to German
Lena.
language music. But yeah, like in the original German version, she doesn't say they're red at all. Yeah. The translation is 99 red balloons, but they're literally just looking for a syllable to fill in.
Oh yeah, no, they're not
Luftballon.
necessarily red.
They're not necessarily. No, this
they
is.
just made that up.
I don't.
Oh my god.
I don't know for the rest of the audience how much this broke Kira when I heard it. I was like, my whole life has been a lie.
It's just air balloons.
They're just balloons.
Love balloons. They could have said like 99 air. No, that doesn't work.
99 air balloons. Totally normal English phrase.
Hello, yes.
But actually, that does get me to this very, very specific German language question. Okay, so you say Luftballon. What is a balloon then by itself?
It's also this is a full word.
Is there a Steinballoon?
Well, there is a helium balloon.
That's a Luftballon.
No, it's a gas balloon.
You make the distinction?
Yeah, helium balloon, Luftballon.
But they would have to be helium balloons for the song to work.
Yeah, true.
Because they're flying through the sky.
Shit, yeah. Well, no, they're very light, and the wind.
But love balloons.
The wind just blows away. It's a very strong breeze. Maybe they flew over Nordsee in Hamburg or some shit.
I have mobilized like 12 F-25s to come shoot this shit down. All right, Nina, you're on site.
But yeah, who would have thought that in the year 2023 we would actually see fighter jets hunting balloons and shooting them out of the sky?
Yeah.
I imagine the pilot just listening to that song while they were on their mission.
You just have to have a little bit of fun at the office.
Right? Even when you shoot down Chinese spy balloons, what they call.
Yeah. So, okay. All right. So, the first one.
Yeah.
Definitely Chinese spy balloon.
Yes. Well, the first one definitely a Chinese balloon.
Yes.
I don't know what actually was
I'm
purpose
confused.
of it.
I'm confused about it. I've heard that there was they were trying to get footage of some nuclear silos that are in like Montana or something like that. But I don't know.
I heard it was like a civilian kind of
Like,
service balloon, whatever that means. But
me and 3 of my hobbyist balloonist friends in like Guangzhou have just like absolutely all right, Terry, your balloon this time was so fucking good. Not only did it cross the Pacific,
well, they said it went adrift just over the whole Pacific,
and then across the entire continent.
Yes. Well, yeah, that was the first balloon, which is actually a balloon.
Yes.
The others, that is interesting if you watch the presses.
Yeah.
If you have like the time and want to watch some ministry, like state defense, like
just
presses,
some thumbs talking,
some Kirby talking about balloons. Well, actually, they don't call them balloon; they call them objects, and they say like for a reason or something.
I think they're embarrassed.
It's like, this is not a balloon, okay, Mom. This was a car-sized object. The other thing was an octagon.
It's a tactical Luftballon. Yeah. German engineering. It's from Germany, Mom. It's cool and different.
Sorry. Yeah.
This woman doesn't shave her armpits. That was also a big thing in the UK. Nina didn't shave her armpits, and everyone in the UK was like, "Whoa,
well, Nina,
can women do that?"
I know, right? Wild.
And there's like, yes, it's very easy.
Yeah,
it's literally not doing
just
a
don't
thing.
shave.
It's harder to do it.
Actually, it is.
Yes, I can't imagine the angle. Yeah. I saw someone show me the pose you have to get in to shave your butthole, and I'm like, how?
Oh my god.
How do you do that?
You can cut yourself.
I'm sure you can. There's a lot of good stuff down there.
Razor blade.
Go on, cut. Armpits, I can take or leave. But
oh my god.
Down there, maybe a bit more crucial infrastructure.
Oh god, James made a whole book about that.
Hell yeah, of course
Someone-
they did.
Yeah, someone cut their asshole, and then it didn't work anymore. They had to go to the hospital. Then she falls in love with a Pfleger, with a nurse dude.
She falls in love?
Yes.
That's nice.
Yeah, because he's so nice when he changes her.
Oh, that's fucked
I know.
again.
It's very.
I was like, I love this country. It's a fucking stupid country. But, Moldova had what they described as a balloon-like object observed near the Ukrainian border.
Was it car-sized? Was it an octagon?
Balloon-like. In what way? Like, I love the idea. Like, you're not telling me in what way it was balloon-like. Like,
Well, it was round and filled with air.
No, it was not even that. It's the size of a party balloon, but it was actually square and hard, and we don't know how it was flying. We're all very
It was
scared.
a rock, but we call it balloon.
Yeah. Here in Chisinau, we're all very scared. we have looked upon the face of God, and we shot it down.
Oh my god! It was just like a big black granite, like
Yeah, the obelisk.
yeah, obelisk.
2001 Space
Exactly.
Odyssey. Yeah. Well, that's what the apes did. They started hitting it with sticks.
Exactly.
We're just like,
Yeah. Just shoot it down.
Yes. The apes would have done this if they had jets.
Yes. Oh my god! Oh,
Monkeys and jets.
monkeys and jets.
Listening to 99 Red Balloons. All right. I'm not sure we have more than that, other than just like.
The funny thing about these balloons, if
Yes.
you have to watch all these like defense presses, is when Anita, what's her name? Anita, is she French? I don't know. The Canadian Minister of Defense.
Oh, well, I'll
That's
find
her.
that for you. But
Yeah.
go on.
She they had a phone-in presser, basically, like an emergency presser, and someone was actually on the phone and said, like, okay, I feel really dumb asking this question, but is there a possibility that this is extraterrestrial? And since then, people started like doing this whole thing of
Anita and
Anand, maybe. Is she French?
Oh, that's a good question. Oakville.
She posts both in French, but I mean that they all of them do because of the.
No, she's from Nova Scotia.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, Indian.
Ah,
Yeah.
Huh.
All right.
Very could have been a French name.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a melting pot over there in Canada. It's crazy.
It is. But yeah, it's interesting because like since that was said, also like Kirby and all of the American sides, and this is actually also a proof for seeing the NORAD working, or like they present it as like saying, oh, the North American defense, like air defense,
Yeah.
pact.
Yes.
See how it works. We together we shoot down balloons.
You're a fucking party balloon.
Yeah,
Take that,
exactly.
Nina.
Yeah, so this is they present it as a very proud military mission.
Yes.
That they work together hand in hand.
I'm imagining the enemy of the United States and Canada at this moment is Nena, but she's like Rita from the Power Rangers,
Yes.
like on a moon base, and just like, make my balloon grow. Just, like the balloon gets really big. And,
Beautiful.
yeah.
I think that is the actual.
what happens.
Yeah, that is what happened.
Nena and their moon base. Go on.
Yeah, but actually, what is fascinating that they don't know how they stay afloat. Except for that, I think maybe the one that was shut down in South Carolina.
South Carolina, yeah, the coast of it. Yeah.
But all the others, the octagon, the size car object, the car size object,
the car size object,
car
yeah.
size object, they have not yet found out how they stay afloat.
Fucking hell.
And people are going crazy on the conspiracy side. It's lovely.
Yeah, absolutely. I will default to the position of like, so I think the implicit assumption amongst neocons and stuff like that is that these are Chinese balloons and they're spanning everyone.
If you go on the Trumpers, though, on the Trump side,
Yeah.
it's a false flag by the Biden administration.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, to distract, I don't know from what, but from something. From
something.
everything.
Yeah,
basically. From all the money
the
they
groomers.
sent, some shit. I don't know, the
Yeah,
groomers, the
yeah.
Pizzagate,
Disney.
Disney.
Yeah, Wakanda forever. Now available on Disney Plus.
Exactly.
Just distract from that. I miss Chadwick Boseman, damn it, and that's why I'm voting Republican.
Yeah. But yeah, it's fascinating because now there are balloons everywhere. Because China said, the US actually has crossed Chinese airspace several fucking times.
Yeah, probably.
Probably, yeah.
We don't know what they're doing down
By
there.
doing like the little balloon tours around the world and shit.
Little fighter jets just looking down to China, like, they're building balloons. That's nothing.
Now everyone is kind of like, everyone is kind of blaming each other. Well, now there have been like 6 in Kiev that were shut down that are supposedly like Russian balloons. These actually seem to be spy balloons and not car-sized objects or something. In that context, it makes sense.
This is the thing that I'm like, oh, when I saw this stuff happening in Ukraine, I was like, oh, this is real. Because like one of the biggest criticisms of like Havana syndrome is not real thing was like, if this was real and like the Russians or Chinese figured out a way to like use microwaves to make CIA operatives feel bad slightly in their tummy.
I have a tummy ache.
Yeah, give me a tummy ache. If that was real, surely we would have like millions of cases of like this being used against Ukrainians or this being used against the Taiwanese or something. Yeah. And there was just none of that. But then I'm like,
suddenly
there's balloons over Ukraine. I'm like, all right, okay, maybe hang on.
The Philippine Coast Guard said that China blinded them with a laser pointer. These are all things that are coming out right now. It's like, so everyone wants to kind of like, when someone in class tells like a story and then there's someone says like, that happened to me too. Like,
my dad works at Nintendo and the head of the People's Liberation Army blinded him with a Switch. With the Nintendo Switch.
So, my cousin,
after my cousin was totally done dating Jessica Rabbit, he was attacked by Xi Jinping's head of the economy.
Exactly, that is what is happening right now.
It's getting weird and stupid, and Einstein is famous at saying, I don't know what World War III will be fought with, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. Well, now we know World War III will be fought with balloons.
Yes,
just bump it into each other.
Heard it here first.
Two balloons deployed against each other is just like squeaking plastic noise in the sky. Until like,
when you rub them on your sweater and then put them on your head.
We've weaponized static electricity.
Yes.
We've given just one balloon over the skies of like Ontario, and it's just like a knife attached to it. It's like one big kitchen knife just ready to go.
So all these balloon parades they did before with this giant
with the
floating
Macy's Day balloon,
those were military.
Yeah, those parades. Just like, the military develops technology first, and then it gets into civilian use.
Exactly.
Just in the Vietnam War, there was a giant car field being deployed. And he also just had a knife.
Oh my God.
Take that, Viet Cong. It's Garfield with a knife.
Okay.
Anyway, moving on. Moving on to real stuff. Hans-Georg Maassen.
Yeah.
Officially problematic.
I love to hear that.
We never knew about the CDU. Just learned this.
I always had a bit of a suspicion, when he said all that racist stuff.
He said all that stuff about like, what was that weird like, was it like Christmas or New Year's Zoom call he had with his family where he said like a bunch of weird shit about like the Nazis?
Probably.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
So little behind the scenes fun fact for you here about Corner Späti that I don't even think Yulia knows about, but we automatically upload all of our podcast episodes to a YouTube channel. We're on YouTube. If you're one of those people who prefer listening to podcasts on YouTube, we're on there, and it's just the logo and then the little wave moves.
I love to watch the waves. It's like watching your old media player.
Exactly, Windows Media Player.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm listening to IEAIO by System of a Down for the 12th time in a row.
Those were the times.
Those were the times.
I was innocent.
I was innocent and just learning about the Armenian genocide.
Yes.
I had to have my innocence broken.
That was it.
Why don't they send the poor? Why do they always send the poor? That's it. So we upload our podcast episodes automatically to YouTube, and interestingly enough, the one that has like the most engagement in terms of like comments and dislikes is an episode of Volotron that was in ages ago, where you and Nick go into the fact that Hans-Georg Maassen is a Nazi. And everyone's
people didn't like that.
People were just like, there's some like weird Hans-Georg Maassen stands on in the fucking comments on YouTube.
What? I need to see that.
And also, the first comment was made, I want to say 1 minute after uploading
someone's
hour-and-a-half long episode.
Someone was listening in while we recorded. No.
So yeah, that was fun. But yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, Hans-Georg Maassen used to be head of the Verfassungsschutz. Yeah. And has a bunch of like weird ties to far-right groups and the AfD.
I mean, what you can expect in Germany, it's most likely that you're very far right when you're the head of Verfassungsschutz in Germany.
Yeah.
You also have a bunch of Nazis working with you and shit like that. You know, it's just a casual work ideology behind that.
We need a hate crime committed for us, but we don't need our name.
Yeah, he was already problematic when he was a Verfassungsschutz dude.
That's your first indicator, actually. He's the head of the Verfassungsschutz.
Yeah,
it's going to be problematic. Yeah, absolutely.
He had to step down, which actually was supposed to end up in a promotion. Because the former Innenminister back then was Seehofer.
It was Seehofer.
Yeah. He didn't retire. He was not, the CDU was, yeah. But our Heimatminister, which you call the cute little interior ministry. Yeah, and like some blood and soil rhetoric in there.
Heimat is homeland?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
The Homeland Security.
Homeland Security.
So yeah, he wanted to promote.
I spoke to the Christian God and he told me to.
Exactly. That kind of rhymes.
It does sound like a lyric, just some like butt rock song. Like, today I spoke to the Christian God. He told me to invade.
Yeah, totally. Oh my God.
I'm Seehofer.
Seehofer wanted to promote, kind of like wanted to give him a position in the interior ministry, and which was actually would have been like a promotion.
Yes.
Working like directly, for the ruling government.
He clearly wants to be in politics. Like that's everything he's done since. Yeah.
It's so funny. You have to step down because you say a bunch of very problematic and racist shit.
Yeah.
And then the CDU is like, oh yeah, we love that. Come on our team.
Yo, this guy.
Because he's also, of course, a member of the CDU.
Yep.
We like to have our
classic.
Classic.
It's
like Erika Steinbach, the woman that she actually left. She's more AfD affiliated now, but she was also very racist. She's the head of the Vertriebenenverband, the displaced people from East Prussia and all of that.
Oh, right.
A very problematic organization because they're kind of like.
We should have that land back.
We should go back.
Just like every Monday morning, just being like, I have to try find a house for some fucking jackass who like still calls it Königsberg, and you're just like, just take the land back. Just fucking put them back there. I fucking hate this desk job.
Every morning you just like go through your so schönes Ostpreußen little book,
and you're just there being like, God, I miss when we were doing jihad in Afghanistan. I want to go back.
But apparently the CDU now acknowledges that he's problematic.
Yo, this is news to us.
They were like, yo, I didn't know. Like, honestly, I did not. I met him. He was nice.
Yeah, he seemed lovely. He had a lot of thoughts about numbers. Was it 8 million? Was it less than that?
Oh God, yeah, that sounds so
That's what he went.
Oh God.
Yeah, so that's what he's. They're attempting. They don't think they've done it now. They're attempting to kick him out.
Ah, nice. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. What the SPD did to Sarrazin, they want to do to their little. Yeah.
I mean, I'm wondering, will he just go to the AFD?
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, they welcome him with open arms.
Yeah.
Ilka will be like, damn, he's just like me.
He's just like me for real. All right, and then with our last little minute, I want to get to a topic that I've entitled "The Fuck's Happening in Croatia."
Yes.
The fuck's happening in Croatia? So, yeah, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna set the scene. Saturday, 19th of November, 2022. Central Square in Zagreb. I've forgotten its name. I've been there before. There's a good cheesecake place around there. It's Croatia. There's a good cheesecake place around everywhere. Croatia, get some cheesecake. It's Kieran's.
Visit Croatia. This was paid by Visit Croatia.
You just imagine the ad of like the beautiful Adriatic coast, and then it just like zooms into a photo of me at a cafe, just like mouthful of cheesecake. You're Scholar Vatska here. Oh, this cheesecake's dope. Anyway, a huge rally was held in the central square in Zagreb. Men all gathering in the main square, and they do this every first Saturday of the month to pray, among other things, among other things, but for women to dress more modestly.
That's what I pray for every night.
What I pray for. I'm just seeing too much women. As a man, I hate this.
Yeah, man.
As a straight, normal man that God demands me to be.
Can't see titties.
I just can't see cleavage, legs, arms.
Ankles.
One time, saw a face. That was weird. She wasn't my mom. It was.
That is weird.
That is strange.
That is really
I was
weird.
under the impression that all women were my mom.
I think you're oversharing.
I'm just very excited for our MILF Manor episode.
Oh my God, I'm so excited for that.
But yeah, this project is called Be Manly.
Be manly.
Be Manly by complaining about how women dress.
That's very manly.
It's
yes.
very manly.
Actually, it is very no, not manly. It's just very.
It's typical.
Typical. Yes.
Yeah. This is a broader project of a group called Croatia for Life.
Yes. Yeah.
Which you can probably tell what their other motives are here.
Anti-abortion.
Yeah. Obviously, on one end of the square, the praying group, mostly consisting of men, were also participating in mass being conducted via loudspeakers while they're doing this.
Huh.
Yeah, out in the open, which feels not very Catholic to me.
No.
It feels weird.
Yeah.
It's some hippie shit. Like, scary hippie shit. But
open
hippie.
air fucking mass.
No.
Like, what the fuck? No.
In the church.
Yes, in the house of God.
Yeah.
What is this?
Various Habsburgs
Square of God. What is that?
Various Habsburgs did not con you out of your wealth to build a church for no reason.
Exactly.
Get in the church. There was counter-protesters, obviously. Various groups. A group called Women's Network Croatia were organizing counter-protests. They were displaying an LGBT flag, which hilariously the police, who were there to like make sure no one killed each other, were blocking the LGBT, like the rainbow flag, from the view of the guys doing mass. Because being manly means freaking
getting
out.
Triggered by a rainbow flag.
When you see the rainbow flag.
Yes.
Obviously, we got statements from like the Women's Network. We got statements from Workers' Front, which is a party, I believe they're quoted saying as men advocating for retraditionalization, patriarchy, and restriction of women's freedoms, even in the form of ostensibly humble kneeling, is the worst social extremism and yet another proof of the right to abortion must be included in the Constitution.
Nice.
Also went on to say there should be no tolerance for the intolerant ones. So that's the Workers' Front, RF. Not sure what that stands for. Anyway, I don't know enough Serbo-Croatian.
Robot something, robot.
Robot, yeah.
Robot front.
Front.
I think front, you have front. You have like,
Yeah.
front is a word you
When
can
it's
use.
in that context, alone. Yeah. Right, so this then leads us into, okay, so who's funding Be Manly? Because it's not exactly a grassroots
Be Manly
organization.
Yeah. Oh, it's not?
It's not, no.
was
Men left to their own devices will just be on their damn phone. Probably looking at women, wearing a lot less clothing, if we're being honest here. Anyway, one of the groups funding this is Zaklada Vigilare. I'm kind of pronouncing that as if it's Italian, but it is. There's a lot of
Zaklada Vigilare.
Zaklada Vigilare. Zaklada Vigilare, which is, there's a lot of Croatian happening here. It's Croatian. So, Latin Vigilare, so it could be Vigilare, means to be awake, vigilant.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Always keep a vigilant eye on what is happening to women. What women be wearing.
Oh my god.
God wants you to pay attention to this. Through informing activities and initiatives that are started or supported by Vigilare organization, citizen supporters can be actively involved and react as e-citizens. Yeah, so this is getting like new Estonia tech ID.
Yeah, like what the hell is happening here?
And not only watch how foreign public figures or institutions threaten, ridicule, or demean values that are important to them. Vigilare is a connection, a bridge that enables people to express their opinion of public figures in the media, etc., etc., etc. Non-profit organization active in the Republic of Croatia. The chairman of the organization is Mr. Vice. It's probably Vice or Vice. Mr. Vice.
There's everyone Italian in there.
Yeah. Mr. Vice J. Battarello. PhD. Just had to let you know about that. Main areas of activity: marriage and family, human rights.
Which ones?
The right to live, and to die.
There. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, and to die a natural death. So I guess we're also against euthanasia here.
Okay.
A value system of society. So Croatia cultural tradition, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
Our mission and vision. This goes on for a while. And the e-citizenship seems to be just we do petitions online. That's,
seriously.
Yeah. But things that we the groups that they organize, they're projekti, include prolife.hr, so the Croatian obviously but also something here that I need to click on called Tradfest.
Yes, Tradfest.
Tradfest 2018. All right, we haven't recovered from the pandemic. Oh, that looks like a hell of a lineup. Here on the fucking.
Sorry, I will share this in a moment.
Okay, cool. Here on the poster lineup of Tradfest, we've got all the big hits. We've got Virgin Mary, Joseph, Jesus, the donkey,
what?
Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, nice.
They're all playing Tradfest. It just seems to be a bunch of talks by a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
Oh, and a priest.
A priest, but our dude here, Mr. Battarello, he was born in Australia.
Oh, no.
He is a Croatian Australian. So he's walking Australian.
No.
Of course he is. He's a sociologist as well. Claims.
This man got radicalized in the corner of a Slovakia
exactly.
He's on that one Slovakia hut ad with the gorilla.
God.
Christianity's falling. People's traditional values are falling apart. I must go back and save my homeland.
Oh, God.
Yeah, there you
that
go.
Kind of Croatian here.
Yeah.
So he's a fucking Australian kind.
But he's Predjednik of Zaklada Vigilare.
No.
Oh, yeah, we got some Australians here. Look at this. Family Life International Australia.
Oh, God.
And he's from Australia. They're the Croatian spelling of Australia, which just has a J in it. Australia. Why mess with a classic?
Alpha Alliance for life.
Yeah, so we got a lot of
Cool dudes.
we get a lot of guys here towards the end who are from the institution that funds Zaklada Vigilare, which is Ordo Iuris.
Ordo Iuris.
Ordo Iuris. I'm going to say Iuris. That's easier to say. Thank you. We can get all these guys CVs.
Like, yes, please. So it's an order of the law, or what? Iuris. Like order Iuris.
Order of justice or something?
Of justice of the law.
Yeah, it's not telling me. Maybe if I can do just... No, I can't. So Ordo Iuris is a Polish legal organization think tank, probably best known for a handful of things. You know, like it's done like... It founded like a very Christian college called Collegium Intermarium. Of the law? Okay. Order of the law.
I got
nice.
I had Latin.
You did Latin, yeah. Why were you making me guess?
Sorry.
Seems like a flex on me. But anyway, they founded colleges in Poland. They've called they've probably more famous for basically pushing for the anti-abortion bill in 2016, which aimed at the full prohibition of abortion and introducing criminal liability for anyone who tries to get one.
Yeah.
It was eventually rejected by the Sejm and Sejm. And yeah, there was huge protests. People probably remember everyone dressing in black, the red lightning bolt and all that kind of
the black protests.
The black protests. And still as an organization, very involved with the PIS, and now they are trying to do the same thing in Croatia with their...
Beautiful. They found another Catholic victim.
I mean, one of the other short news stories I found this week was like it was revealed recently that the head of education in Slovakia, where's his name, Jan Horecki, had basically rewritten all the like school textbooks and removed all mention of contraception.
Damn.
Yeah.
He single-handedly rewrote those books. He's like, I'm tearing out.
He's tearing out the little tiny word.
He's like, nope, condoms? What?
And if you don't want to get pregnant, you can use... It's blank here.
Don't have sex.
It's a whole on a page. It's not even like it's not even like it's Catholic, so it's not even don't have sex. It's just like if you have sex, get married afterwards.
So you're allowed to fuck.
Yeah, maybe this is...
how's about...
This is maybe the Irish kind of experience of it. But amnesty always seemed like a weird evangelical American thing.
Oh, okay.
Whereas it's like Ireland...
Yeah, nobody ever told me to not have like
sex.
Yeah. Not the Lutherans or anything like that.
Like the kind of like attitude I always got from like the Irish and French and Spaniards is like, yeah, they're gonna fuck and whatever.
Yeah.
It's what kids do. But then you know, once they finally impregnate each other, they're getting married.
Yeah.
It's like it's gonna happen. It's a force of nature.
Something I've never encountered in my whole life.
In Germany,
religious career as a Protestant, as a Lutheran,
as a Lutheran minister.
Nobody ever told me to.
The amnesty stuff.
To
not have sex.
Yeah.
There's like sit you down like time for your religious education. You did, yeah. Get out there.
Basically.
It's your time, girl.
There was a little pat on the back, and then they sent me my way.
You got it going on. You're getting your groove back. We're doing that thing that we did with the nuns and Whoopi Goldberg.
Exactly.
Yeah, I also had to look at like what everyone at Ordo Iuris looks like. This is very
dateable.
Very dateable guys.
All of them.
Yeah.
I love how... Well, if you can't see it right now, but a lot of them have their arms crossed.
Yes.
So they all look like very professional. They're always suits. They have their arms crossed.
They're in front of books.
Huh?
They're in front of books.
Yeah, they're in front of books. Oh my god. A lot of them wear glasses.
Yeah.
One even has his hand on his tie knot, like as if he's just adjusting it.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna like step out there and say something very important.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
How would you react if these guys told you to dress more modestly? Would it be well? I think it'd be well.
Yes, totally. I get it. I mean, they look very convincing.
Oh, it's fucked. It's weird.
Yes.
It's fucked. So, Catholic Eastern Europe. It's having a time.
How is it that it's a bunch of guys in these groups?
So the other
Are they allowed? Women allowed in the?
It's funny in my anti-abortion think tank. I can only seem to hire guys.
That's so weird.
It's crazy. Also, their logo just kind of looks a bit evil. Like it's like a fucked up Harry Potter house logo.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's like if Slytherin had something with Gryffindor or some shit like that, and
like,
they create a
just
snake lion.
our symbol is the snake lion. But like, look at him. Look at this Bond villain. Look at this.
Oh my god.
Look, so we're looking at the head of oh god, yeah, we're looking at the head of like Order Iris, like give a talk in front of the Order Iris crest, which is gold and blue, lion, a big like heraldic lion, all just like yelling and stuff about how women should dress. I'm assuming.
With a very long tongue.
Yeah, with a very long
snake lion.
That lion's a freak.
Yeah, totally. Unlike the people.
That lion's allowed to dress how he wants. Oh, all right, we need to wrap this up. We're getting kooky. Anyway, these people are fucked, and I don't like them. And obviously, like a lot of when you Google these people, it's a lot of people doing like protests against them.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Oh well. Get fucked, you weirdos. And with that was another episode of Corner Späti. If you're cool, subscribe to Patreon.
Which you all are.
You
listening to this.
Absolutely. You're like that one line with the tongue sticking.
Exactly.
You're cool. I'm going to join the Patreon. In between all the mad pussy I'm getting, I'm going to donate $5 a month. I've lost the momentum now. I'm a happily married man. I can't go. I can't take this. The lion settled down. He started a family.
Oh.
One day he's 80 years old and looks at an old photo and he just to himself in his old age he goes, a little tired now. He can't do it anymore.
The tongue is a bit hanging.
Yeah. Didn't work out with the wife, but he has great kids and he's really proud of them. And he's there for them. And really, she's been a great mother. Like nothing against her. It just didn't work out between us two. She found love again. I didn't, and that's fine.
What a great lion.
But I cannot stress enough. Fuck these weird Polish Catholics.
Yes.
All right. See you on Thursday next week, I guess. Yeah. Love you.
Love you too, all of you.
I can peer pressure people into saying anything.